When you hear the name Kim Taehyung or V, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably Global Idol, right? But there's this whole other side to his career that's been quietly building. Actor V. So today, we're going to peel back the layers, look past the stage, and really dig into his on-screen foundation, all the crazy rumors swirling around, and what could be a massive, massive future in film and TV. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? We've all seen that magnetic energy he has on stage. It's undeniable. But can that raw charisma, that thing he has, really translate into a full-blown acting career? Is this just a fun side project for an idol, or are we about to witness his next great chapter as a leading man?
All right, so to really get a handle on his potential, we have to go back, way back. Let's start at the beginning, with his very first official step into acting, all the way back in 2016.
So his first role was playing Suk Han-sung in the K-drama Hwarang. Now think of him as the baby of this elite warrior group. His whole character was just bright, pure, almost like a puppy, you know? For a global superstar playing the naive younger brother, well, that was his first real test in a huge production.
At first, audiences saw him exactly how he was presented. You know, the cute and airy comic relief. But then, as the story went on, something started to shift. He began to peel back the layers of this character, revealing this deep family burden that leads to a genuinely tragic storyline. And that's when everyone was like, whoa. He had this massive emotional range that absolutely nobody saw coming.
And it wasn't just the fans who were blown away. You had critics like Jaha Kim pointing out that, hey, this newcomer is surrounded by acting powerhouses, and he is absolutely holding his own. The message was loud and clear. This wasn't just some idol making a quick cameo. This was a serious performer right out of the gate. But here's the thing about his talent. It's not just about delivering lines. In fact, you could make a solid argument that his most powerful performances are when he's not saying anything at all. And this is where we get into this idea of his incredible cinematic presence. So, what exactly is cinematic presence? Well, it's that rare, almost magical ability to tell an entire story without a single word. It's about showing us complex emotions, internal struggles, a whole character arc, just with a look, a change in posture, or that intangible aura. It's what makes the audience feel the story, not just hear it. And you want the perfect case study for this? Look no further than his performance in IU's Love Wins All music video. In just 5 minutes, he gives us a complete character arc. We see the fury, the deep romance, the crushing defeat, the quiet desperation, and all of it without a single line of dialogue. It's a total masterclass in pure cinematic storytelling. And believe me, the industry is paying very close attention. A survey by Joy News 24, talking to 200 of the top insiders in the business, named him one of the 2023 entertainment power people. And that's not just about music, right? That's about recognizing his massive influence and potential across the entire entertainment landscape. And yeah, that includes acting. Okay, so that brings us to right now, the present day. And let me tell you, the rumor mill is an absolute overdrive. With his mandatory military service now complete, everyone, and I mean everyone, is asking the same question. What's next for actor V? So, looking ahead, 2025 is shaping up to be a huge year. His official discharge is June 10th. Now, just imagine the buzz if, like, a few weeks after that, he's spotted at an event with some Netflix directors. And then maybe his social media starts hinting at a link to the indie studio A24. Every little clue like that is just going to add more fuel to this speculative fire. Okay, so let's break down the rumors. First up, you've got the Indie V theory. When he showed even a little bit of interest in A24, the studio behind masterpieces like Everything Everywhere All at Once, the internet just exploded. Fans, critics, everyone immediately started dreamcasting him in these complex, heavy, character-driven roles. And then there's the blockbuster rumor. We're talking whispers from industry insiders, alleged sightings with Netflix folks, all linking him to one of the biggest shows on the entire planet. Squid Game. I mean, come on. Landing a role in that franchise, that would be a whole different ballgame. And then came the moment that sent the rumor mill into absolute hyperdrive. The stars of Squid Game, Lee Jung-jae and Wi Ha-jun, were asked directly by BuzzFeed about V joining the cast, and they didn't deny it. They just smiled and said, no comment. For fans, I mean, that was practically a confirmation, right? So, okay, we've got his past performance, this undeniable cinematic presence, and all this crazy industry buzz. What does it all point to? What does the future hold for actor Kim Taehyung? He actually gave us a huge clue himself. In an interview, he said his goal was to become someone unshakable. That mindset, that's absolutely crucial. Because whether he steps onto a quiet indie film set or into a global blockbuster, the pressure is going to be immense. This shows he's not just waiting for roles, he's mentally preparing for the challenge. So what is it that directors and critics see in him? Well, it's this incredibly rare combination of things. You have his unique baritone voice. You have this almost ornamental, atmospheric performance style. And then there's this gut feeling he has, an almost sixth sense for the vibe of a scene. The consensus is clear. He's not just an idol who can act. He's a true artist with a unique perspective to bring to the screen. And all this versatility really opens up two incredible and very different paths for him. Is he going to use that quiet intensity to become a chillingly effective villain, the kind that gets under your skin without ever raising his voice? Or will he lean into what we know he can do and become that romantic lead who can tell an entire love story with just his eyes? The really exciting part is he could nail either one. And so we end up right back where we started. We know the global idol is coming back. We know BTS will be together again. But the biggest question, the one that's hanging in the air, is whether acting will remain this fascinating side quest, or is actor Kim Taehyung about to become the main story? His next move, whatever it is, won't just be another role. It's going to be an answer.